Welcome back to this Let's Play of the original official campaign of Neverwinter Nights 2. Last time we went to the ruins of Arvon, we found a whole bunch of statues, and I forgot something. I actually left something behind. It's not real important, but, well, it's useful. And on our way back out there, where there's another really random encounter, and these pixies are harassing us and want our clothes, and so we're going to say no and kill them. You can actually play nice with them and you get a ring of invisibility for free without fighting them, but what's the fun in that? And it's sort of humorous. I have a couple characters here who can gain levels, but even my main character is, well, let's just say close to a level. So I'm just going to have everybody throw big attacks at these pixies, and kind of not quite an alpha strike per se, but next best thing. So much for the pixies.
Something you want?
The ring of invisibility just casts invisibility 3 times a day, which, well, let's just say it's not a big deal. Anyway, these guys always drop pretty much the same stuff. It's just some bolts of lightning and this pixie lance, which is an okay dagger. But I'm gonna meet you back at the gem mine. In my excitement, barely contained, over the guiding the spirits puzzle, I forgot to pick this up. So, well, I guess I didn't forget because I'm doing it now. I forgot then. I'm remembering now. Oh, you know what I mean. I can also do some crafting here, but I won't bother. I'm just going to take the item and go. This rune-inscribed iron piece is part of the construct. I don't know if you actually have to have Grobnar in your party to make use of it. I always do, but just in case. And I'll meet you back at Crossroad Keep. We can't actually do anything with the construct until we go downstairs, but I want to talk to Kana first.
A moment of your time, Captain. Your orders to patrol the surrounding lands has attracted the attention of a former bailiff named Ziffer.
Well met, Captain, well met. Your Kana here is right. I've been looking to start a small village, and what you've done here, well, I think the land will flourish with you in charge. If you ask me, you've got more sense than many a lord, so
Ziffer wants us to sign a village charter allowing him to start a community here. I talked with Sir Naval. Even though you are just a squire, Lord Nasher has left the matter in your hands.
Okay, and you can talk about the charter. Having a high appraise skill helps here significantly.
I fear I am not the best equipped to answer that. But
a charter determines what duty is owed by the village folk and what duty is owed by the lord. If you were a lord, duties owed by you is what I mean. Regardless, you get to carry out the lord's tax, and we get your protection. I wouldn't have even come here if you hadn't made clear that you mean to make your lands a better place.
Ziffer's accounting is correct, Captain. There are, Captain. Outside the keep's borders, bandits, beasts, and monsters wait. Villages offer tempting targets for some of them, and we'll need to continue our patrols to make sure they remain safe.
We're sort of counting on that, Captain. If things get too rough. Most of us are farmers, although a few of us have some training with weapons and the like. If it gets too rough, they'll move to safer land, even if it's less fertile than the patch we're looking at. Certainly, Captain, certainly!
Lord Nasher increased the frequency of taxes greatly after the war with Luskan. Also, there are certain provisions that could be added that would result in more revenue for the keep. The main one would be tithing use of the miller's wheel, which is often sought after by landed knights and lords.
Okay. And there are a variety of appraise options here. We'll try the first one here.
Aye, and that he does, but we're just starting. We have no fields plowed and no crops to sell at market.
If we sign this, it will be months before we see tithes from them. They will be larger in sum, however.
Okay, and, you know, you can more or less use your business skill to get through this.
You drive a hard bargain there, Captain. We could pay the taxes more regularly. It'll mean more gold in Nash's coffers, but the land is worth it.
And we can add the whole thing about the wheel.
But the charter was carefully thought out. Surely you don't mean to change important provisions? Well, I suppose we can change it at that. You are a shrewd one, Captain. I'll concede your terms. Even the Lord's due at the milling wheel. Good. Moving on, then.
The only thing remaining, Captain, is whether you'll sign their charter and allow the village to form on our lands.
You won't regret this, Captain. If any of your patrols are near the village, they can expect a warm welcome, and you too.
The keep has already come a long way. We need to patrol the land regularly to keep the village secure. Especially right now. Otherwise, they'll leave.
Okay. Well, we're not actually going to do that. We still need to do a little more recruiting first. There's also a special mission about recruiting, so we will have to deal with that. And again, taxing, you can essentially, the higher the taxes are, the fewer the people you get. So early on, it's still fairly early on, we want to keep taxes low to suck them in and then suck them dry later. And again, appraise skill will help you out with this. And I'm going to choose the blatantly good option for it ends up leading with less revenue, but I don't really care that much about the revenue. I've got plenty of money and I've got billions of items to sell now, so it's not really a big deal. I'm going to head down in the basement and deal with our constructs quest, because everybody in the party is at, either at a level or, like me, is 32 experience away from a level. So I think we'll be gaining a level or two for most party members in the near future, and that might actually take up a bit of this episode. But 32 XP. I should just go beat up some peasants or something. That'd be a quick way to do it.
Some way I can help? Oh, really? Let me see. Oh my, yes, this should help nicely. Let me see what I can do with this, and what I have here. Let me just put what we have together. See if we can wake our big-bladed friend here up. Just need to put the last few finishing touches on him. Do this here and over there, and then we'll go underneath here. Well, that should do it. Shouldn't it?
We just handed in all the parts for the golem, and, well, it's not doing very much right now.
Well, you can't expect him to suddenly start running around and attacking everyone just because we say so. Whoa, no! Bad construct! Stop waving those blades around! Stop it!
The construct is a party member.
That was a surprise! Really gets the blood pumping! Phew, I must say, I'm rather proud of it. Look how tall it is! It really has grown since it was damaged way back in Neverwinter fighting those nasty Githyanki.
And you can congratulate Grobnar for his recruiting effort here for some influence. Construct is just pure fighter type thing. It doesn't use any of your equipment. It can't use any of your equipment. And it's pretty powerful, but it's kind of single purpose.
Well, thank you. I must say I had my doubts there for a while. A long while. But I appreciate the support and patience. Sometimes you just have to wait for inspiration to strike. Go on, try it out. We can bring it along on our adventures from now on. Just talk to it, if you'd like. Not sure it'll answer, though.
And that gives us 1000 XP, which is more than enough to get the 32 for next level. So we're going to have to gain some of these levels, and some of them are straightforward enough. Eleni, again, concentration, keep on putting points into tumble. For her, there's not really all that many things that I really need for her anymore. Persistent spell, there's one spell for druids that's worth casting persistent, which is Foundation of Stone, and I guess I'll bother with it. I'll get one more feat on Eleni at level 18, but in the short term, or more, all she gets is a little more of the persistence in the spells, and it's not a big deal, but it does simplify things. She also gets elemental shit, which I can really care less about. I'm not going to gain Sans level just yet.
Yes.
Something you want?
Chandra, I guess I'll keep raising her strength. Again, just random stuff. I don't really need that much from her. Grab her power critical short sword just for the fun of it.
Me?
Grobnar is going to get Tumble, as much as far as I can take it, and use Magic Device. Now, one of the options for Grobnar is to give him Battlecaster, but if you do that, you actually have to give him Medium Armor feat as well, because being able to wear Medium Armor and cast spells isn't very useful if you can't wear Medium Armor in the first place. But I need to give him Scribe Scroll so I can translate all his spells over. And he also gets just in standard level, and I'm going to give him... Actually, I'm going to have been raising his strength rather than his charisma, just to make him a little less useless. And, yeah, sure, let's just increase his concentration. His level 6 spells are fairly limited, and actually I either have them, except for Greater Shout, I either have them as scrolls or other things, so I'm not worried about that from a standpoint of learning spells, but I do want to have him have something useful. There really isn't that much move that's useful, unfortunately, for level 6 bard spells. Greater Shout is actually something I would take by default anyways. I'll give him Ice Storm just for the fun of it. Greater Dispel... and I can't switch out anything, but I can take another level 1. Now, I'm going to have Grobnar scribe a whole bunch of scrolls, and I'll be right back.
I think it is time
I'll gain my own
march
level off
behind
screen,
me, your new glorious
but I will gain
leader.
Sans level here. He doesn't really have that much in the way of skills he can actually get. Tumble and Heal, his 2 cross-class skills, are both too high to actually raise them, which is annoying. But pick up a couple more spells for our little challenge here. I'm really focused on learning spells on my main character. If I want spells for Sand to cast, really all I have to do is have my main character scribe the scroll and have Sand learn it. So he's not really a problem. I haven't done any of the crafting yet, but I'll have to do some of that between the episodes, because we're out of time. So I'll gain my own level and do some work, and see you next time.